I didn't find like instrumental like good in my sir. I just play it.
Old, bro.
You
getting old on me, man.
Certain stuff I just don't, bro. I don't like it.
What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about?
What you mean? What they talking about?
Peekaboo.
I don't know, bro.
See,
I'm out the loop on that one, cuz.
That's crazy, bro.
I am.
Yeah, wow. This is why I'm here.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. Cause your boy be out the loop. I don't catch all that stuff, bro.
What up, y'all?
Yo, what's up, family?
We here.
We are here, man. Yo, welcome to Sharpen Up. I'm your boy R Ruff.
I'm Big Saudi.
And you see my guy over here is eating a salad on this pod.
Yes, sir.
Now we've done this before.
Yes, we have.
And apparently he wants to do it again.
It's gonna be, hey man. I might make this a regular habit nowadays.
No, bro, you're not gonna be eating while we doing the pod, cuz.
Why not? Why not?
What
if we wind up getting sponsors? Come on, speak to the future, and they want us to eat food while they on the thing. Why not?
Cause I don't want to be eating while I'm talking on the pod, bro.
Hey man,
can we not do that, man?
Hey man,
this dude,
love y'all so much. Thank you for accepting me for who I am. Okay, all of me. Okay, like John Legend.
So do us a favor, brothers and sisters.
See how you
family
past all that?
Yeah, I'm just slide all past that. Go in and like, share, comment.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to go ahead and be a blessing to this wonderful studio, please go ahead and do that as well. Man. And we're gonna just hop in it.
Jump right into it.
We're gonna jump right into it. I don't know what we jumping into.
I don't know.
But we gonna with you eating this salad, bro. See, what's gonna happen is he gonna try to make me talk majority of this pod. That's a negative. He's not.
But let's not forget that you literally guzzled down a whole cookie, bro, before we got on here.
I did.
And the
why you gonna hold on, back up. Why he put me on the spot though?
Sharpen up. We sharpen each other up. I'm about to tell your business like you telling mine. This is what it is.
You better be like my brother. For real. Because I'll put him on blast too. So
what's up, bro?
Man, look, you know what we was talking about earlier. We was on a whole, again, 2-hour pod on the phone. On the phone in the morning.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, what were we talking? We was talking about a couple of things.
Ooh,
we really were. But mostly, we got on relationships. And I made a post about it today. So, sorry, I got a little.
You good?
So please forgive me if I got a little, whatever this is. I blame my wife for having a fan on that night. Yeah, babe, I love you too.
Sorry, sis.
It is what it is. Anyway, so we were talking about relationships.
I'm about to look it up. What you said, bro?
The post that I said?
Yeah, let me see.
Go ahead and pull it up. We got time.
Let's see what he said. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go, people. This man said having all caps now.
All caps.
Having rich relationships with people is the all caps cheat code. To life. Exclamation point.
Yep.
Not all caps. Money. Relationships, which equals to people that have resources. Exclamation point. Question is what relationships do you have, and are you cultivating it correctly? So the question for you guys to be thinking about.
Oh my.
Is literally what relationships do you have that you cultivating? Like that's is it. And are you doing it correctly? Because a lot of people will wind up being in relationships and they're doing it the wrong way. But we did just put out a post a couple weeks ago, possibly a couple months from now, but that literally stated that if I don't understand the word by itself, and this is about to be a big broad stroke on this one when we talk about this.
Right.
But if I don't know the word for what it is and how God can teach me and stuff like that, whatever in this, then I'm literally understanding and picking up things from people that's in my life, or especially now on social media, the stuff that I'm seeing or even reading in books. I mean, because now, you know, we read books and stuff like that now. I thank God that we are getting back to the age of reading books now.
Yes,
it's
sir.
becoming popular and big now, which is cool.
Right.
At the same time, are we reading the book too to get the stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all that to say is, sometimes when we even get into these relationships, we get into those relationships that are cultivating us, but it may be in the wrong way.
Talk about
And
it.
the question is like,
Talk about
am I really being in those relationships because of the resources that I need monetarily? Or am I just in those relationships, check this out, just for things, period? Or am I in a relationship because I righteously just want to get to know you? And if I am going to cultivate those relationships and be in a relationship with be in relationships with people that's helping me grow, it honestly starts off with, I just really want to get to know you, period.
Yeah.
What is that reflection, though? That reflection is God righteously just wants to get to know us regardless on anything that goes right or wrong with us.
Right.
Jesus walked on this earth just so that we can not just get to know him better, but then to also cultivate a relationship with him and give us rules and regulations and the power to go out and have other relationships in the right way, so that we can have that cheat code to life. But we don't see it that way.
No, we don't.
Because once we're born into situations where we're living off of, learning off of flawed people's way of living. Now, parents, your mom and your dad, dad, everybody, you know, they raised you the best way that they could, prayerfully, because that's not always true for everything.
Right.
But prayerfully they did. But you learned from them first before you knew
You did.
this.
That word.
And so you learn from, I mean, you know, high school. So we talking about coaches for us men, you know. I mean, coaches, mentors, all that stuff, even for the ladies and stuff like that, whatever. We learn from people until we got to here, into this word, right? And so we learned that first. But now the question is, do you really know why you're in these relationships now? And are you really doing them the right way? And how you know how you do that the right way is getting into this word. Okay, I'm back to my salad. Praise the Lord.
I ain't saying that. We've been still on this part for this. But no, I totally
Yeah.
agree. Excuse me. And as we were talking earlier, thinking about the people that we're connected with and how, even going back to the post that I put out on social media, because we think that God, when we think that God is going to, in this word, he's going to bless us, we automatically think of monetary, that God is he's going to break the bank. He's going to make it rain on us. That's not true. It's not true.
It's possible.
It's possible.
He can.
Right. I'm not saying, please, thank you for correcting me on that.
He can.
Thank you.
But
Because
not all the time.
don't come for me. Leave me
Thanks,
alone.
bro. You already know what I'm
Don't come
saying,
for
cuz.
But like I was saying,
Yeah.
that God has other avenues
Yeah.
to bless us.
Yeah.
And through relationships,
Yep.
they have resources. They have money. They have wisdom. They have knowledge. They have understanding. They have love. They have patience. They have kindness. And we need all those things, because those things are addition to the monetary things that God can bless you with through relationships.
Oh man.
Through relationships. I already know how you better go. Through relationships. So we cannot allow ourselves to only put God and how he's going to bless. First of all, we cannot tell God how to bless us. Let's get that. Let's go ahead and just draw that line right there. Like, God, I just only want you to bless me like this. Oh, are you God? Are you God? Just say you're going to have to bless me like this. No, because the ultimate thing is if our lives are for him, then you will have to allow him to direct your path. You have to allow him to be a lamp unto your feet. So you can't say, God, I trust you and I love you, but then I want you only to do it like this.
That's good.
Like I want this mic to be back this far. No, I can do this right here. But according to how God wants me to move,
That's good, bro.
You cannot allow yourself to be such in a prideful mindset that you think that you have to tell God how to move. That's impossible. Because he is the word omnipotent. I'm saying that wrong.
Omnipotent.
That's not right.
Omnipotent.
It's not right.
Continue.
I'm just messing with. I said it wrong just to see what he's gonna say. But in any case,
this guy.
I love this dude. So we have to allow God to just move in all areas of our lives. So we can't put a bottle on how God's going to bless us, like I was saying. And the relationships that we have to know that in certain cases, that if that person or persons are if they're not, let's go it from kind of both avenues. From a that person or persons are not Christian. They don't believe, but you have those relationships with that person.
Yeah.
It's very important that we show the love of God, walk in humility, because even though that person is not a believer yet, we can be in a position according to how we move, according to how we love, according to how we show God in us and through us, it can actually serve them to bring them into Christ. But we have to be very careful with that. But on top of that, God can still use them in certain situations to bless us. So we can't just say, just because you're not where I am now, that God will not use them. God can use anything that he wants because he's God. So if he's my friend and he's not a believer at this moment, but I hear him saying certain things that's blessing me and is speaking to my life, okay, hold on, let me sit back. Because if I have the mindset of, I don't want to hear this, you're not even where I am now. I know you're not, you still have all these questions that if God is this, if God is that, but then he turns around and starts speaking to me, I have to actually, humble myself and say, okay, God, if you're using this man or this woman at this time frame in my life, let me shut my mouth. Let me sit down. Like that song says, be humble.
You know that Kendrick song, but you don't know the new stuff. I'm about to, you know what? Let's stay on topic. I can't believe this.
It just came to mind. I don't know why. Don't shoot me, bro. I just said. It just came. I was thought about be humble and just, that. Leave me alone, man.
That is funny.
But seeing how that moves, we flowing and like situations where I've had where if I'm talking to a guy and I don't have the resources to get what I need.
Yeah.
I.e., if I know a mechanic, and instead of me taking it to the shop, that's gonna cost a grip, I can call my man here and he'll pull up to the crib. Like those type things, people have resources. Like people have gifts, people have talents that can bless our lives, but we cannot allow ourselves to be so we're only God wants you just to bless. Like I just need the money, God. Just put it, give me right there. Just make sure it's right there. and then somebody's sitting right here that can bless you,
boy,
in a way that can
Boy.
do it for you,
boy.
but you just want God to do it this way, and you'll miss your blessing, bro.
Bro. So it goes to a little testimony / story time. So knew God wanted me to start. At the time it was just 5:15. So I started 5:15. I can't give you an actual year. I can't get you an actual year, but
Okay.
it was when me and Jessica was dating and I had my first apartment. Of course it was after Skylar, before we was, married, all that stuff like that. And then the spot literally was called and I didn't notice. Honestly, I don't know how I didn't connect. I don't know how, just whatever. But literally, my apartment number was 515.
That's
right?
crazy.
That
is
but
crazy.
I wasn't saying it 515. I was saying 515. Right?
Got
Every
it.
time I put the address down, 515. Right? And so to kind of give a backstory on how 515 started. So me and Jessica always had people over to the crib. And of course, she wasn't living there. Praise the Lord. I can't wait to tell y'all that whole entire story. She wasn't living there. I had a roommate, all that stuff like that, whatever. But we always hung out. Everybody hung out at my spot. And so we had a couple of people that was over. And yes, we was drinking. Yes, we was eating. We was all that stuff. This fun, actually clean stuff or whatever. And the dope part about it is, and y'all know me now, I'm always talking about the word. Like it don't matter what conversation it is, I'm always bringing the word up. And relationships popped up, like romantic relationships, dating popped up, and it's a picture out there of me standing on top of this chair, holding this book that Jessica was reading at the time, and it's called The Right One, and it's basically talking about how to date, godly. And I was just literally talking about it because me and Jessica was literally reading it through together and all that great stuff.
Got it.
And so after that, in the midst of that, like, he was like, hey, man, we should do this again. We should make this kind of like often. So I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, no problem. And again, these was like close friends at the time. So they knew how I moved, knew how I talked, all that great stuff. Everything was cool. So we did it again. And then it just pricked me. It was like, man, like, maybe you need to really like do this for real. And I'm like, okay, maybe, I guess, Lord, if that's you, okay, I'm gonna do it in a small group form. I was going to Highlands at the time, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get into a small group form, do it that way. Tried it out, didn't work. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it, fishes of men. That's it was gonna be guys, and we're gonna do a Bible study. Didn't nobody show up. It's like, dang, bro, okay. So then I started doing, I was like, all right, well, I'm going to just do an activity because it was a free market. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do this basketball small group. Didn't nobody show up for real.
Oh, wow.
I was like, dang, bro. Like, we talking about hooping all the time. Y'all Negroes don't want to hoop, bro. Like, this is crazy. Like, so then I got discouraged. I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and do what I feel like I'm going to do. And I was just like, man, cool. And that's when I ran across Matthew 5:13-16, be salt and light, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. What's gonna be cool with that? Oh, 5:15. And then one of the homies at the time was like, hey, look at your door. And I went outside and seen it, and I was like, oh, snap. It's right here in my face the whole time. Cool, we're gonna do it that way. Put it again in a small group. Someone was telling me, hey, Tyler, like, it was successful for a little bit, but then as soon as the semester ended,
Home. Yeah.
like, but it was like a prick, like, hey, Tyler, like, you need to do it more than just that. And so, me being me, buck the system. Hey, y'all, we gonna continue to do this every week. Literally had, bro, fast forward, literally had the first week, 15 people, to literally lasted a whole entire year in my apartment because me and Jessica wound up getting married there, got engaged at the apartment, everything like that, where it was just super dope. But literally had about 75 people in my house on a weekly basis in a small freaking 2-bedroom apartment.
That's crazy.
On 280. Like, shout out to Wood Springs. I love y'all so much. I don't even know if y'all knew what was going on in them apartments, but God was in that thing for real.
Yeah.
Fast forward, because of life, wife, I was like, let me buckle down, be married, all that stuff like that, whatever. And now, big boy responsibilities. So, y'all hear me when I say this? To a certain degree, I left God's assignment.
Okay.
And I picked up the other assignment that he's given me to be a husband.
Got it.
But didn't continue with that. Because now, in the eyes of other people, and what I've heard to be a man,
Right.
and to be a husband,
Right.
I have way more responsibilities. So that means I'm working more. I'm balancing more checks and everything like that. You know, all of these things that a man should do as a husband, but forgot like what God really was calling me towards too, and didn't see a way in this realm of ministry because I didn't have the conditions. I didn't go to school. I didn't do all it. You know, I didn't go to do this ministry stuff, whatever on this side. Yes, I got relationships, but I don't have the connections for that because my eyes were set on this route to go it this way. And I'm just like, well, that's not going to pay the bills. So,
Yeah. Yep.
fast forward, we had rebirth. This is some years later.
Right.
Years later. I'm like, all right, guys, stirred in my heart. I'm like, oh, man, okay, I got to start 5:15 back up. He was literally pricking me. Hey, you got to start 5:15 back up. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to do 5:15 all over again. Everything going to be straight. Cool beans. I can't do it at the place that I'm at now because our driveway is not going to get nobody. We tried that for Skylar's birthday party, and we only invited like 6 people, and it was still like packed. So we can fit people inside the building, but if they cars are like, ain't no way to fit the car nowhere. I was like, so that's a no-go. I was trying other places, talking to other people. I was like, nobody's not gonna allow me to use their spot for real. I'm gonna have to pay for a spot. So resources. I'm like, hey, God, I need some money. That was my thought. I need some money and I started looking for buildings, bro. I'm like, all right, I can at least rent out an office space, something like that, where it's Upward Deal. I ain't had the money even thinking about that, but I thought about it. On faith, like, hey, God, like, if you really want me to do this, make a way for I can do it. But I was thinking monetarily. I was thinking money-wise. DT so happy. Shout out to you, DT. You so amazing, bro. Real talk. He says, one, you know how we got there. Y'all know the story on how me, Ryan, and Will got the rebirth, so I don't got to recap that. But he also said that he was looking for a college and young adult pastor. And as soon as he said that, I was like, hey, like, this is actually what I'm going to do, all this stuff like that, whatever. And then he says, we had that discussion, and he was like, okay, cool. And I was like, well, you know, we can do it here at the church. And he was just like, I don't want you to do it at the church. I would rather you do it somewhere else because it's not the difference between your ministry and mine, because that's not the thing. It's all about kingdom overall. But I want them to be somewhere that they're going to be comfortable enough to be completely themselves. And I was like, that's exactly what I love to hear too, and I want that too. He was like, okay, cool. Not even a month later, bro, he finds that spot on First Avenue. Walks me in that spot and showed me his vision for it. And immediately I saw it too. And he allows me to be there. And I was looking for a spot in a central location too, where any and everybody can come to. And I've been there now for 2 years. So when God is saying, hey, I'm going to provide for you, that doesn't mean that he's going to provide for you monetarily. Right. That means that if his mission and vision for your life to walk it out this way, you're going to walk it out this way, but you have to build, this is it. You have to build relationship with people in order for that to happen.
Sir, that's a fact.
Because if you don't, then you're going to be doing a lot of stuff the hard way and missing out on these blessings that you really want.
Right.
So now you sitting there like, man, what the world? I'm stuck. God, what you doing? I'm waiting on you, Lord. And he just like, what you waiting for? It's in your face. You ain't open your mouth and ask nobody for nothing. We gonna touch that on the next part. You ain't open your you ain't open your mouth for real. You opened your mouth and you told, hey, pray for me. This is what I'm Bro, this is about to go. This is about to go. The people gonna get mad at me. All right, it is what it is. Hey, bro. Hey, sis. Pray for me. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. People really about to be mad. I on prayer cards. Hey, I'm praying for this. I'm praying for that. Leave it at the altar. Oh, then we have prayer or the text. Send the text. We do all of this technology. We do all of these things for this prayers and stuff like that. Where we get on prayer. Oh my goodness, Lord, we get on prayer calls. We do all of this stuff, but don't actually build relationships with the people that's on them prayer cards. Don't build relationship with them people that's on the prayer team. Don't build those relationships with people that's on our same row as us. When literally God is like, hey, if you abide in me.
Come on, man.
If you remain in me. And remain in my word. Being steadfast, faithful in this. And try your best to understand this as much as possible. And understand who actually provided this for you. I will give you the things that you need. And because that's the word by itself. And I will give you what you want. I will give you your desires. So anything that you ask for in my name, I will give to you. But you also have to do those other things too. But if I don't understand that I'm connected to him and that he's providing me everything and that's his main job to provide for me, well, one of them, let's say y'all don't go crazy on me, then that means that my resource that I'm already asking for is in the vine already.
Stop. Bro, you better pause. Because I already know you about to. You're going to have to pause.
I'm just
I don't know if
saying.
y'all can hear me, but
Here we go.
Bro, going to have to pause.
Back to my salad. Oh, no, we about to go. Y'all, man, y'all come back.
Look, man, y'all come back. Because we are doing a part 2 on this. So, I love this dude right here because y'all know how he do. Bro side going in, he can't even eat his salad.
Fault, bro.
You know what I mean?
Y'all
so,
know
hey,
he do this
love
every
y'all,
time.
man.
Love y'all,
Sharpen
bro.
up.
Sharpen up, y'all.